Hey folks, we're going to be back in the book of Genesis on Sunday morning. I'm looking forward to being with you again for fellowship and worship, and so I want to encourage you to gather with us on Sunday morning. I want to encourage you to read Genesis chapter 10 before we get together for fellowship and worship. And you might be thinking, oh man, it's another genealogy. Are we going to really be going through another genealogy again? But I pray that you'll see in this chapter what God intends for us to see. And so often when we look at Scripture, we are reminded of a couple of important questions that we have to ask ourselves. And I think these questions, the answers to these questions, are very obvious in chapter 10. And that is, what do we learn about God, and what do we learn about us? What do we learn about humanity? And we're gonna see a few lessons from the growth of nations after the flood as we dive into chapter 10 on Sunday morning. In fact, that's what the title of the message is going to be: the growth of nations. And what does this mean? Not just as we get from Noah to Abraham in the story of Genesis, but what does it mean for us today? Because there's some really important significance and lessons that we learn from this chapter that apply to us now. And so I'm going to challenge you as we read about the growth of nations in Genesis 10, as we talk about it on Sunday morning. I'm going to challenge you to have a heart for the nations like God has a heart for the nations. And so I hope that you'll join us, read that chapter, spread the word, join us at 9 o'clock for our prayer gathering, 9:30 for family groups, 10:40, of course, for our worship celebration. And then, of course, we have a members meeting right after service, and even Sunday evening for boys K all the way through 12. We've got our Trail Life Troop meeting, and that's for boys and their families to join us on Sunday evening. So we hope that you'll join us for that. But this is going to be a great day, a busy day, but I'm looking forward to being with you again. Let's gather for fellowship. Let's gather for worship. Let's honor the Lord together.